When people are worried about what the price is doing in the face of what we're being told, remember that gold and silver are the canaries in the mine shaft. They are trying to step on gold and silver because it allows them to continue this facade, but it's getting harder and harder. It's like any lie that you tell. The deeper the lie gets, the more effort you have to employ to keep the lie going and to keep the truth from being found out. But this is a subsidy. This is why people should not be upset when the price isn't behaving the way it should. They should be thrilled that they still have a chance to continue to protect themselves, because when this blows up, and it will blow up at some point, if you haven't taken the steps, you're way too late and you're in trouble. In an effort to continue to bring worthwhile product to your listeners at a good price, we have a couple of silver items this week to offer. We have, for the first time in, I don't know, a long time, we have accumulated a very large quantity of junk silver. We were able to buy a very large estate of 100 bags of pre-1965 silver. And so that's $100,000 face value of pre-1965 silver in stock, ready to ship at $5.99 over the price of silver. That's dimes and quarters. It will be of our choice, and there is no better way to have utility in your precious metals than having some pre-65 silver. $5.99 over the price of silver, that's as good of a price as I've seen in the last year and a half. Also, we're bringing back the very popular 2022 Noah's Ark coins in both 1 ounce and quarter ounce variety. The 1 ounce, which come in boxes of 500, made by the Geiger Mint in Germany. Beautiful presentation, beautiful wood box at $4 over the price of silver. And the very, very popular, also in small mini 500 count boxes, the quarter ounce Noah's Ark 2022. And those are $2.50 per coin over the melt value, over the price of silver. So people who are looking for functionality and utility, not only would the pre-65 junk silver, which is always my favorite choice, be a great choice, but so too would be the quarter ounce 2022 Noah's Arks. And they do come in little mini boxes that hold 500 coins. Both great choices, all of it in stock, ready to ship immediately. And I know that's really the biggest issue when we run these specials, is people want to know, is it in stock and can it ship right now? And the answer is yes, everything is ready to roll. So I want to take us back on a little bit of a journey back a few years ago. We'll go back to 2008 and go back and forth between there and here. And let's just think about things and why we want to own precious metals. Why I think that supply is going to be a key factor. Why I say the things that I do. So let's start with a couple of assumptions. The first being, in my opinion, of course, that the Biden administration is hell-bent on spending us into oblivion. And they want, in their own words, to reinvent capitalism. And it seems as though we are hurtling towards some sort of economic collapse as we reinvent capitalism. They've told us that they want to build back better, that we must reinvent capitalism because capitalism is bad and it's corporate greed that got us here. In fact, just the other day, I'm watching Fox News, and there's a snippet of Elizabeth Warren telling us that it's not about inflation, but it's about corporate price gouging, that for the reason for the high prices. But we've talked about Powell and the things that he says. He said the other day that climate stress tests will be very likely a key tool moving forward. And he also said, when asked what the greatest threat to the financial system is, he said a global cyber attack. It just seems that they want to blame everything on the climate or on a cyber attack. And to me, when I hear all of this over and over and over again, speaking of repetitive, it seems to me that they're priming us for some sort of a major economic disaster or some major economic event. Perhaps this is when they roll out their new Fed dollar that they keep talking about. I mean, they've talked about doing studies on a new Fed dollar and on a Fed cryptocurrency. So let's just look at what's happened over the last year as an example, right? 1 year ago, January 2021, when we're just coming out of a lockdown, we're really in a lockdown, I guess you could say, we had gas at $2.50. Today it's $3.30. We had a 30-year mortgage at 2.95%. Today it's 4.06%. We had third quarter GDP back then at 33.1%, and the third quarter GDP estimate, growth estimate, is estimated to be at 2.3% this year. That's a 30% swing. And of course, we had inflation at 1.4%, and now it's at 7%.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.